What's good? So it's officially been a little bit over 2 months now, me working for Gordon Food Service as a truck driver, doing deliveries. So what I want to talk about is, how the money's going, how I'm feeling myself, like physically. And also I want to talk about some opportunities that you have to grow into the company, still as a driver, but making really good money. So I want to get a little bit into all of that. All right, so first we're going to talk about how I've been feeling, personally, like physically and emotionally doing this type of work. So obviously, like I said in my previous videos, it is a physical job. You have around 10 stops a day, throwing around anywhere between 500, 600, maybe even 700 sometimes cases in a day. And before, especially when I wasn't used to it, I was feeling, drained every single day. Had to come home, take a nap. And before, I wouldn't take naps. It was just like, I would be like, who naps nowadays? But after doing this job, I'm like, I need a nap. But it's been a little bit over 2 months now, so my body has gotten a little more used to it. I don't take naps as much as I used to when I first started working, but at the same time, I still do need them every now and then. At the end of the day, I just do feel pretty tired, but it's not like drained how I was feeling before. But yes, you still need to wake up. Sometimes your muscles are a little bit sore, not too much, because it's not raw weight that you're lifting, it's all on a dolly and you're kind of balancing it. But sometimes, like now, what I do when I'm lifting up my hand trucks or dollies, however you call it, depending how far I have to park from the entrance of the restaurant that I'm gonna go to, if my truck is a little bit far, then I will load up both my hand trucks and take them both at the same time, 1 and 2, and I'll be walking all the way to the door, leave one right outside the door, put one in, grab the other one, put it in, and take both hand trucks back, load them up, and start the process again. Now when I'm doing that, I'm like, it's double the force, because instead of 2 hands on one hand truck, balancing one hand truck and just that one weight, now I'm grabbing one, letting it hand dangle like on one arm, and then I'm grabbing the other one, putting force here. So it is using more muscle and it's more physical. And I do that to speed up the process, because imagine if I have to park far, take one dolly, take it all the way inside, walk all the way back just to grab the other one and do that. Now if I'm parked really close up to the door, then I'm gonna I'll load up both of them, walk one down, bring it back up, walk the other one down, bring it back up, load up both of them, but I'm right there in front of the door. It's not like I'm super far where I'm making that whole walk back and forth. That's the reason I take 2, because I do one walk and kill 2 birds, 1 stone, you get me? So that's the reason I do that. But you don't have to do that. I just do it to speed up the process. If I could finish a little bit earlier, then gladly I will. But like I said, I've been picking it up a lot. I don't feel as tired anymore. So your body just needs to get used to that. So remember, if you're trying to get into this, at the beginning, if you're not used to doing something like this, you are going to be feeling a little more tired than usual. Especially, it's your body. Even though you want to keep going and you don't feel like that's a lot, your body's going to tell you different, and you got to listen to your body. If you get home, you feel like you're really tired, need to take a nap, because the next day you're going back out there. And also, I recently just got offered to get my Monday through Friday in, because right now my days off are Wednesday and Sunday. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sundays off. Now I got offered to work Monday through Friday, and then my days off will be Saturday and Sunday, the weekend. That's like everybody's desired work schedule. But what I'm thinking about now is I work Monday, Tuesday, just 2 days straight. Then I have Wednesday, which is today, Wednesday's my day off, and I get to take a break. I'm not working 5 days back to back. Remember, it's a physical job. I'm not working 5 days back to back. So like by the weekend, I'll probably be like really tired. So then I get that, and then I only work 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then boom, Sunday's my day off. And on top of that, Saturday's usually the main day. You want to go out, have drinks, party, whatever it is. And I could still do that Saturday night, and then wake up Sunday and relax, because I work Saturday morning, and I get out around maybe 2 in the afternoon, so it's not bad. But you do have to wake up at 5 in the morning. So Friday night, I shouldn't really be doing nothing crazy. Maybe something really chill, but not going too wild on it. So I'm still thinking if I do want just to work Monday through Friday. Eventually I probably will, but right now I kind of like having this break in between the week. But at the same time, you do want your weekends off. That way you can party Friday, and if you want, party Saturday as well. And then Sunday is your break day from both days, and you go back to work on Monday. All right, and the second thing we're going to be talking about now is money. I know that's why a lot of y'all are here. That's the reason people are looking for a new job, you get me? So for me, the food service, it pays really well. I'm making almost double of what I was making before, which is great. Also now recently I have been doing, you know, my component pay, because you get paid by the packages you deliver, the miles you drive, the stops that you have, and also you have like a set base pay for each day that you go. All of that gets summed up and you get this whole price per day. And then you also get some type of overtime, but the overtime is like that Chinese overtime, so the more overtime you do, the less you're gonna make per hour. So if you do like 10 hours, you're probably gonna get it like maybe $10 or $12 an hour. It's kind of weird to calculate. I mean, it's not bad regardless. Even though you're not trying to do the overtime, you'll still get it. Believe it or not, the time flies by while you're working and doing your deliveries, because you're just focused on finish this one, finish this one, finish this one, onto the next stop, onto the next stop. All you want to do is just finish the day, get it out the way. And you're not really looking like, oh, I have this much time to finish. Oh, I need to wait 2 more hours until I'm done, just sitting here in an office or wherever it is that you work. No, you're actually, you know, you're doing something. You're productive the whole time. You get to a stop, unload the truck, onto the next stop, unload the truck, onto the next stop, and it's constant. So that's, and that part is really good, because I could look at the watch and be like, wow, look, it's already like 2 o'clock, I'm already about to finish, and I'm on the way back to the warehouse. So, and that part is good. But yeah, money wise, like I said, you get all of that summed up into everything. If you're looking at between like around 600 cases, between 60-70 miles, you're looking at a good $300 a day, which is not bad. Your check's looking pretty chunky, you get me? Now if you're doing over 700 cases, and your check's just looking like pretty damn fire. But to get into the honest truth of it, you're not always gonna get that amount of cases. Just last week, I had 2 days that I went to Miami Beach. That was the route, Miami Beach. And the first day I had 250 cases, and the other day I had 300 cases. And we're based off Miami, so from Miami to Miami Beach and then back, it's not gonna be that many miles that I'm getting. So for those 2 days, I probably made the minimum. And that's the thing with every job. You're not gonna have super great weeks or super great days every day at every job. So yeah, these will come every once in a while, and my week isn't gonna look as good as my other weeks. But remember, there is a minimum that you can make per week, like I said in my previous videos, which is $1,100, $1,100. That's the minimum that you can make in a week. So if you do make less than that, you know, with all your routes and your component pay put out together, then they'll bump it up to 1,100. So the minimum I'll see after taxes is probably 900 flat, which isn't bad, you get me? But on a regular week, I'm used to seeing 1,100 after taxes. So before taxes, I'm looking at 1,300 plus, almost 1,400, you know, before taxes. So yeah, I will have those bad weeks like that, but even my bad weeks are better than some of your, like a lot of people's good weeks. Not yours, my fault. But my bad week is probably some people's really good week. So at the end of the day, you have to be grateful, and I am grateful, you know, even though these are my bad weeks, because I'm used to seeing the other checks. I have to remember where I came from. I'm still making a lot more money than I was at my previous job. So at the end of the day, I'm grateful. For some people, that might be a make it or break it, you get me? But for me, you know, I'm in this right now and I don't mind it. But I'd say it's to each their own. If you don't mind that too much, then this is probably a great fit for you. But I'm just giving you guys my feedback, how I feel, so you guys can get some insider information on whether you're trying to do food service. Maybe it doesn't have to be for Gordon. It could be for Cisco, US Foods, Cheney Bros. There's a lot of people that do this. Remember, Gordon Foods is not the only place that does food service. So if you don't like it here, you might like it somewhere else. But as I've heard around, Gordon Food Service is probably like one of the top ones doing this, that care about their drivers. Like I've heard of Cisco people, you know, we talk to a lot of people when we're out there, because sometimes I get to a stop and a Cisco truck is already there too, or he pulls up right after me, and you know, we talk a little bit, we converse, and you know, we compare a little bit. He was telling me, oh look, you should work for us, and I'm just like, bro, I'm good where I'm at. But I see a lot of Cisco drivers and they're always teamed up, but you're not always teamed up with Cisco. And this one guy told me he had a route for the beach. He had 1,000 cases at the beach. That's at the beach. Remember, the beach is pretty tight. There's a lot of one ways and there's a lot of walking involved, because You have to park. You can't park inside of alleys and go to the back of the restaurant because you just won't fit. You'll get stuck or whatever the case is. The beach is kind of a mission. I hate that route, but it is what it is. But yeah, this guy had 1,000 cases working for Cisco. As soon as he gets to his first stop, opened the back doors. He had boxes falling on him. He called right there, quit, called the Uber, and left the truck there. Told the company to go pick it up. 1,000 cases, his first day working. What I've heard about Cisco is that they work you. They don't care about you, and you get paid per hour. So the more you're out there, the better it is for you. But at the end of the day, do you really want to be killing yourself for the money? I personally wouldn't. But then again, to each their own. Maybe you're already used to it. You don't mind working more, and you rather get into that for the money. But that's on you. I personally would like to not kill myself and make good money. Now, kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about is that there are some really good options that you could get into to make more money, even as a driver. So, you don't necessarily choose these. Everything is by seniority. That's the good thing about this company. Seniority rules everything pretty much. If there's a good route that's coming out and somebody left the company, then they're gonna go down the list of seniority of who's been here the longest. Okay, look, you've been here, you're up next. Do you want this route that does this? He says yes or no. Usually they'll say yes because, you know, if they're offering it because it's a better route. But maybe some people don't think it's worth it. They don't want to do that, or whatever the case is. So if he doesn't want it, boom, they'll go to the next one, and so forth and so forth. So what I'm talking about, better options to make more money, is there's a lot of pallet jack based stops. So we do go to airports, we go to the ports of Miami, you know, where all the containers and all that. We go to a lot of those places, but obviously the newer drivers don't see those places because they're brand new. They're not gonna give the rookies the really good routes, so they go as seniority. Like I was saying, those routes you can get up to 1,000 cases in one day and finish it in half the time that it takes a driver to unload 600 cases by hand, or even 400. So the reason is because maybe you have 3 stops that day. You're going to the airport, the port, and then some warehouse there, but they're all, you know, back into an alley dock or something like that. So you stop, pull out 5 whole pallets already built up, boom, drop them off, sign, on to the next one, drop off 5 more, and the last one you drop off 5 more, or whatever, how many a case it is, and you're done for the day. And by the time you look, it's only like 11 in the morning, 10 in the morning, and you're done with your stops already. But guess what? 1,000 cases. Remember, this component pay. Everything's based off cases, miles, that yada yada. So 1,000 cases, you're looking at probably 400. I'm not doing the math right now, but maybe even to $500 in that one day. So imagine if you're making that much, and you're not even, you know, physically working because it's all pallet jacks, and our pallet jacks are electrical. So just jack it up, roll it out, boom, next one. And we do have those stops, like I said, but it's based on seniority. So the longer you're here, the better chance you'll get into getting those kind of stops. And you're not killing yourself, making good money in a short amount of time because you're not there for long. But also, I know drivers in there that by the time I'm pulling up, they're coming in with a double trailer because there was all pallet stops, or maybe it's just exporting one trailer and bringing another one back empty. And then they come and then do their pallet jack stops. So at the end of the week, he's making a little bit over $2,000 a week. Like, there's really good opportunities here, but obviously those great options go to the drivers that have been here longer. It's based off seniority, which I think is a good thing, because I wouldn't like it if I was there for 5 years and then somebody comes in new and he gets a route that I've been waiting for. So everything's based off seniority. That's one good thing, but it's not too good for the rookies like myself. You know, I'm about to make 3 months there, and I'm still working my way up. But like I said, my body is getting more used to it. I'm also gonna talk about this. I did happen to like hurt my back the other day because I didn't get this ramp, and we usually use ramps to put them on the entrances of like certain restaurants or back alleys or over curbs. That way we don't have to turn around, use our force, and pull up. I hadn't had one of those ramps. So then there was this one Friday, as I'm pulling up, boom, I kind of get stuck. My back, I think I pulled something. I don't know. I don't think I teared anything because I'm good now. This was like 2 weeks ago. Pulled my back, couldn't move. I kind of got stuck there for a second, and I was super painful. I was barely able to walk, and I had 2 more stops after that. I didn't feel like calling anybody. I was like, I'm gonna push through it, and I was super ahead of time, so I didn't really need help in finishing. But my back was killing me. I was barely able to walk, and I didn't want to do a lot of force. But that did happen to me. That might happen to you too. Like, it's something you have to be careful with. You need to know your limit. I kind of pushed my limit. I stacked up the dolly really heavy with some heavy things, and I could have made it less, but it was my last dolly that I had to bring into the restaurant, so I kind of wanted to get it over with instead of bringing two. And you know, that was my fault. And I didn't have the ramp at that time as well, so I finished my route, went back to the office, told them about it. They gave me a ramp right away, which I should have been had, but it is what it is. But make sure you have everything you need to be as safe as possible, especially for yourself. Remember, you're out here doing something physical, and at the end of the day, your health means more than money. Be safe, be smart. Obviously, money's important, but so are you. But that's kind of how things are going. If you had any specific questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. If you want another video, then I'll be happy to make another one. These videos don't take too much time. It's just, you know, me talking to you guys a little bit about what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, what I'm making, and it is what it is. And the more that I learn, the more that I can teach y'all. You know, I am in here, so if you have any questions, like I said, leave them down in the comments, and I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'll see y'all.